Good morning, everybody, and welcome to another beautiful Sunday and another Sunday review. And what do I have to review for you guys today? It is two more Power Ranger comics. It is Boom Studios Mighty Morphin Power Rangers 2017 annual. So we got that to review. It's a pretty decent book. And we also have Boom Studios Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Pink. This is also a really great book. So now on to the review. Let's go ahead and review the first comic, which is Boom Comics number 1. See, number 1 of the 2017 annual. Okay, so on the front, you have this beautiful artwork. Once again, it is done by the same person as it does the other ones. Let's see. Yep, Gone Montez does once again has done a beautiful artwork on this comic here. As you can tell, you've got all the Rangers here, all 6 of them. You got Zach right here, Trini, Jason, Tommy, Kimberly, and Billy. And then on the back, you get a little sneak preview of what's coming in July, which is the Go Power Rangers, which takes place. They've got their powers. Now they're in high school. Now they got to deal with high school. Yesterday they became superheroes. Today they got to survive high school. Boom, boom, boom. Alrighty. And it was, that's going to be an all new ongoing series. I do believe it's not going to be written by Higgins, who writes most of the Power Rangers stuff. Is actually going to be the guy who wrote Star Trek Starfleet Academy and Ryan Parrott. So check that out. Comes out in stores in July. So make sure you guys hit up your Books A Million, because that's where I got this from. Albany Books A Million, right here. Alright, so this one is broken up. As you can see, the first page, it's broken up into different stories. You have Search Party, Trini's Vacation, Forever, Mighty Morphin Black, and Perfect, and then Sabrina's Day Out. Which it's Search Party is good. It really was good. Then Search Party takes place right before Tommy joins the team. They've defeated him. He's free of Rita's spell, but he hasn't yet discovered. He doesn't trust himself enough yet to join the Power Rangers. He's done a lot of bad things as Rita's evil Green Ranger, so he questions himself. And the artwork in this is quite stunning. As you can see, the very first page you get is Jason destroying the Sword of Darkness, with everybody else getting basically their butts kicked by Tommy. And basically, instead of the feel good story that we got in the television show, you get something like this. Boom Comics takes it a step further by having Tommy actually refuse him. Jason goes, "Tommy, it's over. The spell's broken," just like he did in the show. And instead of saying, "Oh wow, thanks guys, my head is all clear now," and he automatically joins up with the Power Rangers, he goes, "No, stay away. Stay away." And then unfortunately we get a wake up, and it was a dream he had of that battle, and he basically wakes up to this. The next scene. Again, this artwork that they do for Boom Comics Mighty Morphin Power Rangers is like on point. The artwork honestly is one of the best parts of Boom Comic Studio. Now, Search Party is the first story of this, and basically it ends with Jason and Zach are going around the world basically looking for Tommy. Every time Tommy morphs, they get a little blimp on their radar, and they go try to find him. But every time they get to that city, Tommy disappears. But what's interesting is Rita is like saying, "Hey, we don't need multiple leaders." Because look, there it is. We don't need multiple leaders. You can see the confusion on Tommy's face, but yet he's once again considering joining her because of a certain name she talked about. And if everybody knows, it's Draken. Draken, yeah. Lord Draken, which is that hybrid ranger that was the Green Ranger and White Tiger Ranger. So there is that. That is pretty awesome. Alright, then we go into Trini's vacation. This is where the story for this one gets a little convoluted. I mean, the artwork is still on par with the rest of the stuff, but the story I felt dragged a bit, and it didn't hold my interest as much as the Search Party did. And for her to be able to fend off as you see, Goldar goes down, right? She goes to fight him, and then next page, and then see, look, she goes to fight him, and then like the next page, she's running from him, then she morphs, and then the next page, she's beating up the putties, which is great and everything. Artwork is still visually stunning. And then all of a sudden, Rita throws down her staff, and he grows. Which I like the vibration artwork that they show right there for Goldar. It shows that he's growing. So that was a very nice touch for it. And at first she tries to summon her Sabretooth, but the meteor that crashed is blocking her communication signal. So she goes on the run for a little bit. But my problem is she actually thinks she can fight him. She thinks she can take him on, and which is never good. They can never do that, because easily they either get stepped on or they'll get eaten. One of the two. But Trini does get into some smart action by pushing over a boulder and hitting him, I believe, on his head or his toe. And then the other Rangers show up just like that. They show up. There's the Zords. Once again, very nice details. The Rangers are there, and you get a close-up of the Tyrannosaurus sword. There's that. Trini's vacation was really one of the stories. As I said, there's 5 stories, and Trini's vacation, you could possibly skip over that and not be real worried about it. The only real good thing out of it was the artwork. Again, artwork is phenomenal in this one. Then we go to Forever Mighty Morphin Black, where we see Zach starting off. Zach's walking through some hallways, you know, and then he hears something say, "I hunger," and then elsewhere. And that's what he's walking. Oh, you assume he's walking, and then elsewhere. This just, it pops you up into a whole nother place. And then he gets teleported. And he gets teleported into a room full of different variations. Now this part is freaking awesome. I just want to get right up in there. Okay, look at that. That is different variations of the Black Ranger throughout the years. Okay, so you know we have the Scarfran one. Then we have a half morphed Adam Black Ranger. Then we have a couple of Boom Comic Studios. Looks like maybe from Middle Ages or High Tech Future. We even have, if you can look right here, we even have the Black Ranger with Operation Overdrive shield from Once a Ranger, which is a very nice touch. We also get the ninja outfit, and we get the outfit from Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Pink. So they go on to attack him. For some odd reason, he breaks free. No, they go on to attack this monster. He takes them all off, and then it just ends. Literally just like that. It falls short. It could have been a lot better. Let's see. I mean, you do have a bunch of different people who assumed the black. Well, yeah. Let me show you. These are all the guys that were the Black Rangers. So basically, every Black Ranger, every person that held the Mastodon, which was nice, the Mastodon coin, basically demorphs, and now you have every single person that was the Black Ranger, including multiple copies of Zack and Adam. So there's multiple copies of Zack and Adam there, and that's okay. Then you have the Finster story, which the artwork is slightly different. You have that noir type of artwork in here, and it is just simply it's basically Finster telling his story of how he lost his loved one and joined Rita's group, basically. So that is interesting to know that Finster actually had a wife before he joined Rita's group, but he became so obsessed with his creations. That's all he focused on. And when Rita saw it, Rita picked it up and was like, "I need you on my team. I need you to defeat these Rangers." And that's basically what he gets, you know. It was interesting, you know. It was one of the better stories on here. Not as good as Search Party, but the artwork is fantastic in this one. And then we have Sabrina's Day Out, which has which has Goldar and Scorpina going to a fair undercover. I don't know how anybody can look at a Goldar with blue jeans and a jacket and a baseball cap and go, oh, yeah, I guess that monkey face is just a mask. Because, I mean, look at this. That is what Goldar is wearing in this. And it's quite ridiculous. Alright, so that's pretty much it. They stop a monster for some odd reason. I don't know why they would stop a monster. But they stop a monster. And they make a joke about, you were right, that was fun. And Scorpina goes, especially that last part, we should be heroes more often. And it ends with them running away from the Power Rangers. Alrighty then. That is going to wrap up the Power Rangers Boom Comics Mighty Morphin Power Rangers 2017 annual. Once again, you can pick up this issue at Albany Books A Million for a low price of $7.99. Whereas you can also get they also have the Justice League versus Power Rangers. I know I've had a lot of requests for that one. I am actually going to wait until December because they're releasing all the Justice League comics into a volume, Justice League versus Power Rangers into a volume, and when they do that, I'll pick it up. Alright, so we're gonna get back into the volumes now. This isn't a volume as much as a collection of the Pink mini series that was out. This one is not written by Higgins. This one's actually written by Fletcher, which is let's see. Yep. Brendan Fletcher and Kelly Thompson. So yeah, we don't have Higgins and we don't have Monty to do the artwork on this. Which, even though Monte didn't do the artwork, it is still a fantastic looking book. And just the split image of those two together really does a good thing. And then you turn to the back and you have this. The original Pink Ranger returns. That shot alone is pretty badass. I mean, she's flying up, she's shooting her bow, and in the background, you can see the formation of her Zord, her pterodactyl, which is pretty nice. And then you go into here, and this is the nice part. And I would like to actually read this to you guys. This is the insert from Amy Jo Johnson, the original Pink Ranger. 25 years ago, I packed up my hopes and dreams and left my small town East Coast life and ventured out west in the hopes of becoming a famous television star. I spent 6 months floundering around, taking classes and finding my footing. Los Angeles to me was an amusement park of opportunity, and without an ounce of nepotism and with a giant spoonful of luck, not to mention some gymnastic skills, I landed my first acting gig, Dino Rangers. Dino Rangers is the original name for Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. The show we would all come to know and love as Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. I spent the next 2 years wearing spandex on national television. Pink, by the way, pink spandex. And that's, I think she's confused because she was up until season 3. She went like, I want to say 6 episodes into season 3. So she would have definitely been in there for more than just 2 years. And by no clear intention of mine, inspiring young girls to believe that they can be as badass as little boys. Kid you not, she's the one that wrote that. I did not write that. Or put that in. My 2-year stint as Kimberly Hart became my training ground, my so-called college for the career ahead of me. I learned the ins and outs of being on a set, being respectful to the crew, how to learn my lines, and not care about my hair or makeup. Truly learning that film making is a team effort and everyone plays a part in the creative process. But after 152 episodes and 2 feature films playing the Pink Ranger, I knew it was time for me to leave the show and hopefully fly. The show had given me everything it could to help me create my career within the entertainment industry as an actor. It had been the perfect training ground. It took me about 15 years to realize the impact that Power Rangers had on so many young people's lives. So with that, a lot of people know this and a lot of people don't know this. After Power Rangers, Amy Jo Johnson really tried to stay away from that. She didn't want to associate herself with Power Rangers. She wanted to be more adult, more action and lead roles. So she did not want to associate herself with that. It wasn't until a couple of years ago when David Yost got her to do a fundraising thing for her movie that she wants to produce. And how she did that was play her guitar and sing a song. And the more money people donated, if they reached a certain goal, she would reenact the morphing scene and put on her original Pink Ranger outfit. So I guess it was when I finally came up for air from my one-track, career-driven mind that I saw the positivity this show had created. My journey was a lot like Kim's. She thought she stopped being a ranger, but realized there are other ways to help people. That her ability to help came from within, doing along with everything she learned during her time as a ranger, not just from her powers. I feel pretty blessed to have been given the opportunity within the amusement park to actually inspire. It's beautifully ironic because 20-something odd years later, Boom has created a comic book dedicated to Kimberly Hart, and as I turn the pages, simultaneously embarking on my new career as a female filmmaker in a man's world, this character helps me remember that we as women can do anything we want to do. We can create and keep up with the achievements of men. Rock on, Pink Ranger, and thank you for inspiring me as an adult. Talk about full circle. Amy Jo Johnson, Kimberly Hart, the original Pink Ranger. That was written in December 2016. So, after that, you go into the first page, and you basically see her at the Pan Global Olympics. And it's interesting. The artwork is different, slightly different. The lines are a little bit harder drawn on there. Sometimes there's some awkwardness in between this pages, but basically this book picks up where Kimberly has left the group, went to live with her mom in France, and she thought she left all that behind, and come to find out there's monsters attacking, and she needs to regain her powers back. Now, the only kind of complaint I had was they changed her costume. She still has the same helmet, but her costume is completely different. I mean, it's not bad. I like it. But I want to say it's not symmetrical or whatever. It's not, it doesn't really look uniform. It looks more tactical than anything, which is fine. But then, because she's not supposed to be able to transform anymore. Because Kat has her powers. But since the other Rangers are off planet, then yeah, she can. Zordon has a backup plan. So Kimberly, Zach, and Trini get their powers back, and right here is how they look. Now he looks all right. I don't really dig the whole hood thing. He's wearing a helmet. Why would you want a hood? But however, as you see, Trini has the same pattern as Kimberly, but Trini has all yellow with white, so she keeps the same motif. Whereas Kimberly has that same pattern that Trini does, but she has more black on her than she does pink. And that's I don't know. That's a little disturbing. So yes, the other Rangers are off the planet fighting Lord Zed and Rita. I think they're helping the Kamen Rider in this one. I'm not too sure. I don't know if it was helping them, because it can't be the Sword of Light. They've already got the Sword of Light in this book, which is how which links into Zordon's powers and helps them morph into the morphin grid. So yeah, it's a little convoluted, because you can't really pinpoint where this is at, because you can't go, well, they're helping the Kamen Rider, because that was the very first episode, and Kim was still a Power Ranger at that time. So it can't be that. So maybe they're just on an off-world mission. Well, anyways, it goes on, and this is actually pretty neat. We do get shots of the other Rangers, the Right Ranger, and Godar has taken, basically, and I'll show you, I gotta find a good picture of it. Godar has basically taken pieces of the Thunder Megazord, the White Tiger Megazord, and basically put them together with his Cyclopsis Megazord, and he calls that Typhoonus. The Typhoonus Megazord. So, yeah, that's a little ridiculous. That is a little ridiculous here. I like it, though. Don't get me wrong. We do get to see Kim pilot the Firebird Megazord. And then we get to see this scene. Once I can get it up. Let's see. Where is it? Bam. The Typhoonus Ultrazord. That's right. That is the Thunder Megazord inside of Titanus, and Titanus is riding toward the Shuttle Zord. If that ain't some crazy ass shit, I don't know what is. But they help him fight off the dragon that ooh, excuse me. They help fight off the dragon that Zed is controlling, Serpentera, and then they form the actual 6 Rangers, form the Ninja Megazord, which is pretty cool. I like how it's drawn. There it is right there in all of its glory. It's nicely drawn. And then they defeat him and they go off. And here's my problem. If you listen to the podcast, you very well know how I feel about this. I feel the same way that Linkara feels about this. It ends with her writing Tommy that Dear John letter. Why? Why end it with the worst possible thing? Oh, God. So, instead of giving him the respect of, hey, let me meet you face to face, we need to have some stuff to talk about, she writes him a Dear John letter. Oh, my God. Oh, God, I can't. And you guys think I'm playing. I'm not playing. She really, at the end of this comic, writes that damn Dear John letter. Let's see. And she writes it a couple of times. But there's the proof. There's the proof. She is writing Dear John letter to Tommy. These two people have been in an intergalactic war together. They spent time together. They fought things together and went through so much as a couple that she couldn't give him a proper breakup of going to him and saying, hey, look, I think we're heading in two different careers. I don't see us working out anymore. No, she writes him a Dear John letter. I'm not even gonna. No more getting angry at that. I cannot get angry at that. This book is an excellent read. The story does drop here and there, to keep your attention. So with the artwork is good, and there was more pictures in here, like this. That pisses me off. Look at that. That's Kimberly and Tommy sipping out of the same milkshake with hearts. And she writes it. Nope. We're not doing that, Marcus. Then you have this one right here. That's pretty cool. Right here. This one is my all-time favorite one that was drawn. That is a awesome drawing of the Pink Ranger. And then, on top of this, because this is in continuity, it takes place after the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers volume series, the one that we're currently reading, where they're taking on Lord Draken. This takes place after it. Zach and Trini actually hook up. They're boyfriend and girlfriend in that. And that right there is awesome. It caught me by surprise. I honestly did not see Zach and Trini being an item. But it works. It really does. It really does. So, with this book here, the artwork gets a 4.5 out of 5 stars. The story gets a 3-star out of 5. As I said, there were parts in this book that I really had to force myself to keep reading through because it was pretty bland, pretty boring. So I had to force myself to keep reading through it. But other than that, this is overall, I'll give it a 3.5 rating. It is it's a excellent book to pick up if you are collecting. And you can get it at the Albany Books A Million in the mall for $19.99. $20, guys. You get the whole Pink series. And it is well worth the buy. Alright, that would wrap up Sunday's review. I will see you guys next Sunday. And we'll be finally reviewing a Megazord. Megazords. Alright, as always, I am the host with the most, Marcus, aka Magma Clark, signing off.